So in that previous video that I did the other day on the same horse, working on sideways over the poles, anytime she wanted to run backwards, which is kind of her go-to, I would encourage that. I wouldn't pull very hard, but I would take her idea and I'd go with it. I'd say, you want to back up? Let's back up. Let's go a little bit further back than you wanted to go, and let's go a little bit faster back than you wanted to go. And that kind of switched gears in her brain to kind of get her, stop her from running backwards. What most people do when the horse runs backwards, and I do it too, to a degree, depending on the horse, is if that horse is running backwards, they put pressure on, they'll over under him, whap, whap, pop him on the butt, get him going forward. But on a horse like her, with as much head noise as she has, and as much mental trauma that she's been through in the past, that would just be adding fuel to the fire. So for her, I just found something that kind of took her idea, went with the little ways, made the wrong thing difficult, the right thing easy. The wrong thing difficult meaning back up, and the right thing being easy is coming forward and standing over these poles. So this morning, I still might need to use the reins, but I can get a lot better sideways over these poles, both directions. This was her much harder direction right here. That side, she'd really push into my leg, and she'd really run backwards when I would get her off of my leg. So it's not always about doing more. It's not always about driving them forward. I'm very big on driving a horse forward, but on some horses, that's not the way you want to go. You just want to kind of remember to make the wrong thing difficult, the right thing easy, think outside of that box, and find what works for your horse in that moment in time. One thing that I really liked about her, it wasn't always that pleasant and the most fun to ride, but I would rather have her suck back and run backwards than soul up. I'd rather have her try to give me an answer than have her shut down. So at least I got some try to work with. At least I had some life in her feet to work with, a lot of life in her feet to work with. But my goal was not to shut her down, and I'm glad that she wasn't shut down so that I could work with her and get her to a little bit better spot. So that's leaps and bounds better than yesterday. So just a little update on that. And she's just shaking her head there, releasing some of these emotions that she has. She has some weird tics that she's kind of developed over the years. But that's a little update on Abby and Sideways Over the Poles. Thanks for watching.